your girl.
What is up, you guys? It's your girl Ashley Janae, and today I'm back with another video and a special guest.
Tosh.
Okay, and he's a little shy, guys, but Taj actually has a lot of things going for himself. Explain to us some things that you're kind of into and what you have going on.
I am making clothes. I make clothes from scratch. I also do some modeling, low B on the lowest key. Yeah, and we're just investing.
Okay, and where can we find your information in case we want to follow the journey, add you?
Made by Jat on Instagram and Pegasus Soda on Instagram. That's SOTA for soda.
Exactly. All right, you guys. So we're going to jump straight into our first topic. So for today's topic, we're going to be talking about you should always be able to be real with your friends, right? I feel like this is something that's not talked about enough. And I feel like this is something that is very important. So without further ado, we are going to jump straight into our topics. Of course, I have a little bit of notes because I'm a big yapper. And if I do not, I will get sidetracked. So are you even a real friend if you don't keep it real with your friends? I feel like this is something that a lot of us have to think to ourselves because sometimes we have the wrong idea of being a real friend, which we're going to jump straight into. Okay. So, first point, being a supportive friend does not always equal agreeing. Just because I am your friend does not mean that every single action that you take, I agree with. Every single choice that you make, I agree with. Every single thought that you think, I agree with. No, being a real friend means that I care enough about you. I support you enough to help guide you, to help you stay on the right track, to help guide your thoughts, to help you make more logical decisions, to make better choices for yourself, right? Because sometimes we've all been there where we don't make the right choices, and that's why it's great to have people in your corner that help you to make the right choices, right, Tosh?
Yep, for sure. I definitely agree on that.
Exactly. All right. And number two, sometimes it's about what people need to hear and not necessarily about what people want to hear. I think that if you are the friend that just wants to call your friend because you feel like they will tell you what you want to hear, you don't really love that friend for being your friend. You love them for being a fan. Correct?
Correct.
Because a fan is somebody that's going to praise and uplift you just because of whatever, whereas a friend is going to be like, no, matter of fact, and let you know the truth. And I kind of feel like we have to stop putting shame and we have to stop being mean to friends or thinking that people don't have our best interests at heart or they're being mean to us just because they're being real. No, a friend is not a fan. Get the two differentiated. Don't get the two confused because I feel like oftentimes we do.
Real.
Anything else you want to add?
Um, no, I feel like you touched on all bases, and I agree with what you said.
Okay, so yes, like I was saying, right? If you're looking for a fan, it's easy to find plenty. Go outside, start a page. I don't know. If you're looking for a friend, it's hard to find them. And when you get them, you need to keep them. And they're the people that are going to keep it real, hold you accountable, and allow you to grow. A fan supports, scared, ain't gonna say what they need to say. They are there at every single move you do, and a friend is there to check you, honey, okay? And not in a bad way, in a good uplifting way, right? I think another thing is a real friend is not going to be too harsh to you, but they're going to be real. Sometimes your friend can be so straight up and so real. And Taj, I'm sure you can relate to this because you can come off like this sometimes, right? But sometimes the way in which we say it comes off messed up because we're so passionate and we care, but really it's not bad. It's not us hating. It's not us being fed up with you. I mean, sometimes we are honestly and truthfully, and vice versa. Sometimes people could be fed up with us, but what do we expect when we're calling someone and someone's there for us 25/9, right? Not even 24/7 about the same problem.
Yeah, I definitely understand. I would just say that the truth is the truth, and it really don't matter what tone the person is bringing it to your doorstep, or however you want to put it. I think the truth is the truth, and the truth hurts sometimes, but regardless, you should be happy that somebody is trying to give you the truth instead of trying to mix things up or warp things in a way that they sound make believe or more digestible, and I don't think it's really no excuse for the truth.
And this, mind you guys, if you're into size, this is also coming from a Scorpio, okay? So tread hecka lightly because I will tell you, mouth is lethal, but you will get the point. You will know it's out of love, right? But sometimes when you do care about people, make it a little digestible just so they can understand and see you're not coming from a bad perspective. But sometimes if people need the message too sugar coated, too sweet, too, you know, just overly decorated and nice shape. No, forget that and we gonna get to the truth because sometimes you need that. That's like a kid when you try to do all that soft and gentle parenting. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes you gotta jump, scream, and scare them, right? And it's no different than with a friend. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's for the betterment of that friend, right? I think sometimes hold your friend accountable. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. The only reason I am sitting here and I am the me that I am with the wisdom, with the knowledge, with the authenticity that I have is because I have had so many wise, older, wonderful women, right? Way beyond my years, see so much potential in me, hold me so accountable when I didn't even have the, you know, I want to say the brain cells to be able to even understand and comprehend what they were telling me at the time. And it clicked all of a sudden. If it weren't for those people to hold me accountable, if it weren't for those people to pour that knowledge into me, if it weren't for them being real, to be honest with you, right, which granted me and was able to lead me to so much self awareness, I would not be sitting here and I wouldn't be the me with you today delivering these messages, right? And so I feel like it's no different than any other person.
Yeah, I
And I
agree.
and I feel like that's the thing. Like if you truly want to grow, you need people around you to help you do what?
To grow.
Exactly. Because if you just have yes ma'ams, yes sirs around you, how are you going to grow? How are you going to have self awareness? How are you ever going to be able to see what the blockages are, to see what the problems are, to see what the solutions are? Sometimes, honestly, we are biased to our own experiences and the things that we are going through. And even me, I have a lot of wisdom, I have a lot of knowledge, right? But I still have those same older, wiser people. I still have those same close friends around me that will eventually tell me, like, Ashley, no, look, it's X, Y, and Z, and you're stuck at X, Y, and Z. You're seeing it this way, and you need to turn your head, another 360 to see X, Y, and Z, right?
Right.
Because life is a continuous cycle and we're always growing. And like I said, we're biased to our own experiences. And so, therefore, other people outside of that can see the blockages, they can see where we are stuck. And sometimes you have to stop and step outside of that stubbornness. You have to step outside of that I know everything and listen to people for a second. And when everybody's telling you the same thing, more times than not, they are correct.
Correct.
They are correct more times than not. All right. And I do want to say this: when you are truly friends with somebody, you should not be walking on eggshells. The minute someone has to walk on eggshells, what, Taj?
You found the wrong friend, or you found yourself in the wrong room.
Because walking on eggshells means that I cannot be myself around you. And if I cannot be myself around you, you are not the person, the crowd, the people for me, right? You should always be able to be yourself. You should always be able to express that love. And I feel like if you truly want a genuine friend, let that person be there for you. Sometimes it is uncomfortable. I even have times where I'm like, did I ask you? You know, if you, how many times have I in my head been like, did I ask for the truth? But guess what? He still gave it to me, and I was still able to think about it, and I was still able to sit there and be like, you know what? He had a point. He was right. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to hold myself accountable for this, but this has led me to a greater revelation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we need that. And I do want to say this, my last point being, there is a difference between being a good friend and a nice one. And it's the same thing. I saw this quote not too long ago, and it said, I am a good person and not a nice one. Like I said, and I will not repeat myself, A nice person is a fan. That is someone that is so scared to lose your praise, your value, to lose whatever shape you hold in their life. They will, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Oh, this is nice. Oh, wonderful. Whatever the case is, right? No, right? And a good person is someone that loves you enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. And if I lose you, I lost you for a good purpose, good reason. And I'm not going to sweat that, because a good person wants what's best for you versus the nice person that's just going to kiss. Okay?
Oh, you wasn't gonna say it.
And I don't need him to say it either on this channel. But y'all get the point, right? So, just in a nutshell, make sure that the people that you have in your corner are people that uplift you, people that are not only people you can laugh with and have a good time with, but they are real with you, and people that can hold you accountable and also, just in the most respectable way, leads you to self awareness. Self awareness is something that's very hard to obtain in today's society, okay? Because there are more self conceited people in this world than there are self aware people, and that's really sad. And I'm not arguing with nobody about that, okay? But make sure that the people around you are people that genuinely care enough to tell you the truth, to give you those solutions, girl. Because you ain't
Check you
gonna,
when you're wrong.
okay? Because you ain't gonna call my phone about the same problem 20 gajillion million times. And if I have a solution, I'm not gonna not share that with you. Because if I am not sharing that with you, guess what that makes me? Fake, right? And I'm not fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So you need to have people around you at all times that care. And I will say this, as I've stated before, I would not be sitting here today if I did not have those people that, did I ask for your opinion? Heck no. Did you give it to me anyway? Of course you did. Did I grow from that? Did I become a way better, highly evolved version of myself? Absolutely. And sometimes you need that. Love you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys also follow Taj on all his pages and support his things. And with that being said, peace out.